Vintage Game Find Them News Mazda 07. It has been another exciting week of pickups. I'm feeling very blessed, very grateful that I've come across a lot of gems, and also a lot of games that I already have, but I know people that could use them, so I was able to find them for them, and that's a great feeling too in this hobby, especially when you can find something for somebody and you could give them a good deal on it. It's a good feeling to help, and you always make an extra contact like that, extra set of eyes, extra set of hands to find stuff for you that you're looking for as well. So it goes both ways. So yeah, like I said, a pretty good week of pickups. Alright, this is pretty much everything that I picked up as far as the Sega end of the weekly pickup goes, and pretty satisfied with it. Stuff that I didn't have, like I said, stuff that I don't need, but I know people that could use it, so I'm going to go ahead and pass it along. What I'm referring to is the Sega Game Gear. I remember buying the Sega Game Gear brand new when it came out, and I thought it was a great handheld, but the Game Boy, even back then, it felt like such a juggernaut in comparison to every other handheld that was out on the market. That I don't want to say that it didn't really had a chance. There were some great titles out there for that console, but at the same time, Nintendo just has such a stranglehold in the handheld video game market that it was just too much for Sega to deal with. But they did give it a good effort, so you got to give them kudos for that. This is what I picked up for the Game Gear. I picked up Mortal Kombat, and I also picked up a pretty cool title. I have it myself for the Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis, and this is the Game Gear edition of RoboCop vs. Terminator. Pretty good side scroller, a little on the gory side, but if that's what you're looking for, this is the game to have. If you are in the Fort Myers, Florida area, do yourself a favor and go check them out. Yeah, it's pretty good selection, and the prices are not astronomical. They're within reason, which is why I keep plugging the guy. Danny hooks me up every now and then. So this is what I picked up from James and Games, Pac-Man 2, The New Adventures. And from the looks of it, you have the original Pac-Man as a bonus for the game, and then the rest of it's a side scroller type game. So it looks interesting. I'm going to go ahead and give it a shot, and hopefully I like it. Sega Saturn pickup. The interesting story behind this is the lady initially wanted eBay price, and I chose to take the patient route, which is hard for me to do. But I took the patient route, and sooner or later she went ahead and accepted the offer that I made for the game. It wasn't VGF price, but it was a price that we both were satisfied in agreeing at. So for the price I picked it up for, it wasn't too bad. For the Sega Saturn, I picked up Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. Okay, for the Sony and Xbox pickups, fortunately a lot of them were loose. I came across a storage unit, and the guy had some pretty good stuff, and a pretty good portion of this week's pickup is from that storage lot. But he has some loose games, and I'm trying to steer away from the loose games, because it's not that easy to go ahead and complete them if you're trying to be a completionist as far as the hobby goes. But these were titles that I did not want to pass up, even loose. I mean, a lot of them don't need to be resurfaced. A lot of them are in really great shape for where I found them, which to me was astonishing. So let's go ahead and check them out. I picked up for the PlayStation The Struggle Within, Clock Tower 2. I also picked up this game. I always had a hard time pronouncing because I don't know what the proper pronunciation for this game is, but it says God Bless the Ring Eagers. It's a Squaresoft title. any Capcom title that I find in a while, I try to make sure that I pick up because I love Capcom. And in this case, I think it's an RPG. It's Breath of Fire 4. Also, this game I was looking for complete, but I was not able to find it. Luckily, I did find it loose at least. And that is Bushido Blade 2. Also have a copy of Final Fantasy Tactics. Be here of Final Fantasy Origins. And from the looks on the label here, it looks like they have, this is a compilation, Final Fantasy 1 and Final Fantasy 2. Oh, and I'm pretty sure there's some extras in there as well. So that's a pretty cool pickup to have. And got myself a copy of Chrono Cross, an RPG that I've been very, very interested in trying to get into. I'm not big into the RPGs, but I keep running into them so much to the point that I have to start playing some of them and see if I could get engrossed in some of them. I know some of them are going to turn me off, so I'm going to go ahead and pass them along and find good homes for those. But I make an effort to try to play every game that I pick up, which is hard to do when you have so many games. Next, this one I was very happy to find, especially in the condition that I was in. Metal Slug 3 for the Xbox. I'm going to have a lot of fun playing this one. I can just tell. And like I said, you want to keep an eye out for any compilation discs out there, because there's just so many great games, so much variety, so many extras, that are in those discs. You're doing yourself a favor whenever you find any compilation games in the wild. And this is one of them. Capcom Classics Volume 2 for the Xbox. Got myself another copy of Bushido Blade. Thankfully I have one that's complete. So I will be finding a happy home for this one eventually. And last but not least, I think I showed you the second disc of Chrono Cross, because this is the first disc, Chrono Cross. So hopefully I will be playing those eventually, and really good additions to the collection. Even though they're loose, I'm still grateful that I was able to find them in pretty decent condition. Alright, last but not least, to go ahead and square off the Sony end of the pickup for the week, I picked up a copy of Silent Hill 4, The Room, for PS2. And for PS3, this game, when it came out, I was very interested in it. Sort of, because it had half RPG elements and half side-scroller beat-em-up elements, which is, right up my alley. So and at the same time, it kind of gave me flashbacks of Golden Axe, the Golden Axe series. And that game I'm referring to, of course, is Dragon's Crown. So very, very happy that I picked this up for a good price. I did end up paying retail for it, but it had some discounts that were applied towards it. So I went ahead and bit the bullet and paid the retail, which is not that easy for me to do, but I did it. Alright, last but not least, we've come to the Nintendo portion of the weekly pickup, and I gotta say, it's a lot of stuff, and it's a lot of good stuff. I don't even think I have any sports titles in there. It's a lot of really good quality titles, so I'm really excited to go ahead and show them to you. Alright, for the GameCube, we have Resident Evil 4, Luigi's Mansion. I'm probably gonna pronounce this incorrectly, but bear with me. Baten Kaitos Eternal Wings on the Lost Ocean. And this, I was very happy when I found it, because I love the Soul Calibur series, and I like, when I find them, I like to have them for every console that I pick up. And this is the Nintendo GameCube version of Soul Calibur 2, of course, with Link on it. And I played with it in the past, a couple of years ago, and it was really fun to do combos with Link. So very happy that I found it complete as well at BGF price. Next, some of you guys have seen this before. Some of you guys have never seen it before. Just in magazines or whatever, but I saw it, and I really didn't speak or gasp or anything. I just went straight towards it and I grabbed it and I didn't let it go until I was out of there. And yeah, I didn't have one growing up as a kid, but I do now, which is pretty awesome. I have a Game Genie for the NES. A lot of people use this back in the day because, as a lot of you probably already hear, there's games that range in difficulty. Where you got easy, normal, hard, and then you got NES hard, and this is for the NES hard games. So growing up, it sucked that I didn't have one, and I had friends that had it, and they're like, "Oh, I beat this game and I beat that game." I'm like, because I was trying to beat it without using these, and I gotta say, for some titles, like off the top of my head, Ninja Gaiden, you really needed a Game Genie, and unfortunately I didn't have one, but now I do, so I'm pretty happy about that. It only took about 28 effing years, but yeah, I got one. Alright, I got a couple of DS titles, so I'll get them out the way real quick. A lot of these, unfortunately, I find loose, but when I do find them complete, it's a pretty awesome feeling when I do. The one that I do have complete is Pilot Wings Resort for the 3DS, and then the Nintendo DS game that I found loose was Super Mario 64, the DS version, of course. This one's gonna be interesting to play. I never played through the whole Super Mario 64 series because at the time I didn't have a 64. I only had a Sega Saturn, and I was pretty happy with that as a kid. So I'm gonna pop that in and I'm gonna play it eventually. Alright, next, I was only able to pick up one Nintendo title along with that Game Genie unit, but it was a game that I've been looking for, of course, and a game where the label was, just look at it now, it looks really fantastic for its age. The game that I picked up is Blaster Master. Really great side-scrolling game. You're basically in a vehicle and you're traversing all these different terrains and planets. You're fighting aliens, and there's sections where you get out and you go into dungeons, and it's just overall great experience. Great game, franchise that I wish was still relevant today. This would be such a great intellectual property for somebody to pick up and do something with. And alright, now we're coming across third base, and I'm going to show you what I picked up for the Nintendo Game Boy and the Game Boy Advance. Okay, I got a copy of Jurassic Park, Turok 2 Seeds of Evil, F1 Race, Matt Hoffman's Pro BMX, Adventure Island. I also have 3 Super Mario Lands. This is one. This is from Michael Stab. Michael Stab, thanks. Got another copy here. And this one. Got a couple copies here of Super Mario Land 2, 6 golden coins. Finally got myself a copy of Kirby's Dream Land for the Game Boy. A copy of Superman. Kind of scared to play this. There aren't too many Superman games that are good. Finally got a copy of Donkey Kong. Got myself another copy here, Dr. Mario, classic game. If you like Tetris, you will like this. If you like columns, you're gonna love this. Got myself a copy here of Pokemon. And for the Game Boy, last but not least, we have a mystery cards. And kind of nervous to see what it is, but I'm gonna go ahead and pop it in my Game Boy Advance. I'm gonna try it out, see what it is. Wait, that's the volume. Tetris. Got about 20 of these, so I'm gonna go ahead and find this at home eventually. Okay, for the Game Boy Advance, I have Cartoon Network Speedway. Barbie. Wait, man, I'm getting old. I need glasses. Seriously, I do. If you guys could find me some glasses, I'd be happy because I'm getting up there. I cannot read this. Barbie, the Princess and the Pauper. Rugrats, I Gotta Go Party. Obviously, I'm showing you these because I have 2 daughters, so these are a lot of the times I'm picking up for them just as much as I am for myself. So some of these are gonna stick around, and that might be a bad thing, but it might also be a good thing because sometimes games like that go overlooked, and they're not too bad gameplay wise. And I might have to shoot myself for saying that and then telling you what else I got. I got Mary-Kate and Ashley Sweet 16 License to Drive. Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Star Wars The New Droid Army. Yeah, I was happy when I got this. I love Konami just as much as I love Capcom. Old school Konami, not the new one that's taking a dump out on their fan base. But yeah, I was happy when I found this Castlevania Circle of the Moon. Really excited to go ahead and play this. Next up, a game that I heard nothing but good things about, but a lot of times when you mention Zelda, there's a lot of good things a lot of good memories, a lot of good experiences that come up with that. So I was able to pick up The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, 4 Swords. And last 2 I have Yu-Gi-Oh! Destiny Board Traveler and Donkey Kong Country 3. So that's it. That concludes the video. Like I said, it's been a fantastic week as far as pickups go. I was able to add even more quality titles to my collection, and I was able to find some games for some friends of mine that were looking for those specific titles. And more important than anything else, it was just I had a great time meeting new people, making new contacts, and just the thrill of the hunt in general is always exciting for me. So with that being said, I'd like to thank you again for coming to visit, for watching the videos, for sharing the videos, for liking them, for commenting. I appreciate all the good vibes, and that's about it. Until next time, I will see you when I see you. God bless, stay safe, happy hunting.